All right, we're here with my weekly what sold video. I'm just filming down in my workstation. You can see everything behind me. That's volleyball medals, Disney thing, and just random inventory. So this does not include Friday. I'm filming this Thursday morning because I am running a garage sale for a school that I used to coach at. I'm going to show you what sold on Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay. I did have a pretty good sales week, although the last couple of days are slow, but that seemed to be the normal for me lately. Those middle days of the week have been slow and then it picks up in the weekend. Are you guys experiencing summer slowdown? I know a lot of sellers have been talking about that. So I'll show you what's selling for me. Hopefully this can help you in your reselling business to know what to be picking up, what to be pricing stuff at, and things like that. So first up, we had this Talbot's jacket. This sold for only $10. This was in a size 18. It was also a linen blend, which is popular like a fabric right now. But I don't know. For a little bit there, I felt like my Talbot's plus size was doing pretty good, and now it's not. So that sucks. Next up is a pair of Rock Revival jeans that sold for $30. These were in a women's size 25. You can see that these are 25% off, which means I have had them for a little while. Rock Revival for my women's doesn't seem to be selling as quickly or for as much as it used to for me, so I am starting to price it lower from the start. Next up are these Tory Burch sandals that sold extremely quickly. These sold for $30. They were just a pair of rubber flip-flops. They were in excellent condition though, and so I was happy for the quick sale there. Tory Burch sandals with the logo sells really well. Next up is a pair of FitFlop sandals. These sold for $25 with my 15% off coupon. I am now doing a 15% off coupon. Actually, I also, I'll try to remember, but somebody asked me how do I run a markdown sale on eBay. So I'll try to show you here. Actually, I'll just do it after this sale. Anyway, here's what these look like. They were the Electra Summer. I put summer as a keyword. Brown, like sequin flip-flop. So before I go on to my other sales, let me show you how I run a markdown sale. I did not mean to look at this. I was trying to look on Google for a lightning bolt logo for my coaching, and I accidentally went to that. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to go to selling, and I keep pushing this. Okay, anyway, so markdown sale. If you want to do that, you can go to, why do I forget this? There's performance, marketing, promotions. I was like, I haven't done this in quite a bit. Okay, so go to promotions, create a promotion, and then go to sale event plus markdown. Now from here, you can choose what discount you want to do things at. So let's just say we want to do 20% off. So you pick that. You can also do so much amount off of each item. And then you can select your items. So this is what I do. I do select items right here, $2,000 per promotion. And from here, you can choose if you want all inventory, if you want only shoes, only dresses. You can do price, so you can exclude things for certain things. What I like to do is do the days on site. So for 20% off, I would do something after 90 days. So I would put in 90 to maybe 120. So that gives me the 3 to 6 month mark. And then I would filter it. It shows me, okay, it's showing me I have 141 days or 141 things that go in that filter. So I could select all here by pushing that top thing, confirm selections. Okay, I'm like, I don't really want to do this because I already have a sale going. Okay. And then it'll have all of this. So confirm selections. And then from there, you can push save and review and you can launch them out for there. I'm not going to go any further because I already have markdown sales going. But that's how you do it. Let me know if that was helpful. I feel like it's pretty simple. So I usually go in and then I'll do another one for 120 days to whatever I want to do, 160, 150. And then I'll keep going until I get to my most oldest items that I put at 75% off. So that's how you can do that. I update it once a month. You can do it however much you want to. Let's get back into our orders and get back into the sales. Okay. So, paid and shipped. Here we go. Next up, we have a pair of Cole Haan shoes that sold for $20. These used to be Ryan's when he was selling. He got rid of everything. I paid him $2 an item. They're a pair of reptile leather ballet flats. Cole Haan has not been selling that good for me for the most part, so I don't get it very often. Next up, we have an Eileen Fisher dress that's in a size medium petite. This I only sold for $8 because it had a couple of holes in it. So I was glad to move it quickly. Sometimes I just get going at the thrift store kind of fast and I screw up. So my fault. Next up, these next two sales were returned. So if you remember seeing them in a previous What Sold video, you are correct. I'm checking my phone because I don't remember the day. Okay, these are from Friday the 24th to today the 30th. So first up is this Vince shirt. This is a size small. It's navy blue, silk relaxed. It sold for $28. Like I said, I sold it. It got returned for fit. They said it was too small for them, which I really don't believe because it was extremely oversized. So whatever, you just had buyer's remorse. Sold it for the same price the day it got returned. Same with these Olakai shoes. These are a men's size 9. I probably shouldn't have picked these up because of the condition. I still sold them for $20. If they were in better condition, I probably could have got more. But again, that was a return and they sold for the same price. Next up was an UGG robe. This was a men's robe. I found out when I got it. It sold for $36. I have had this for a little while. So I was happy to see it go, but not a super long time. Next up are a pair of Judy blue jeans, my favorite, sold for $30 with a 15% off coupon. These were a size 1X. The plus sizes definitely do better. They had a fringe. They even had a little bit of that stretching in that waist area, and they still sold. So that is amazing. I sold these American Eagle jeans for $34. These were new with tags in a size 25. They were the Dreamy Drape Baggy Wide Leg Cargo. If you remember a Thrift With Me video a little while back, I showed these to you and they sold very quickly. So even though they were a smaller size, the style was really good and that's what sold them. Next up was a belt I found at that same store. These were actually both from my Council Bluffs Goodwill. Shocking because usually it's not that good. This is the brand Martin Dingman. I found it because it was in a new rack. I don't usually look at the belts, but I probably should. Alligator green. Here's what it looks like here, Martin Dingman. It sold in a day for $30, $31. So I guess that's a good belt brand to be on the lookout. Next up is this Sophie Dore shirt. I've had this for a while. Somebody offered me 20 bucks. And at this point I was like, sure, take it. I don't know. I could have got more for it. Sales were slow. I don't know. I've had it for over 6 months. I'd rather just move on. Next up is a Tommy Bahama skirt. This is in a size small, athletic, kind of preppy golf or maybe a tennis type skirt. $25 with a coupon. So happy about that. Next up was this Alexander Wang top in a size 2. This sold for $15 with a coupon. I got this in a ThredUp designer box. I was not happy about it. It had some dirty marks and this brand just doesn't do that good anymore. So I was glad to get that out of my store. Moving on. Speaking of glad to get out of my store, Barefoot Dreams. I am so over Barefoot Dreams. This was in a size 1X, which I felt like did better. I feel like I sold it good like once and then now I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody wants this anymore. At least for me. Let me know how you guys do with Barefoot Dreams. This sold for $21. It was 40% off. Goodbye. Next up was an Eileen Fisher shirt in a size extra small. It was sold for $20. Why it sold so well, I think because it was in hemp and organic cotton blend, which is a good fabric blend. I had it listed for $30, sold for $25. I'm really happy about that for a short sleeve top. Next up was a Lululemon size 10 pink reversible long sleeve top that sold for $15. This had some white little marks on it. I think this was from Ryan's old bin. So I was glad to just make a quick sale there. Another Lululemon item. This was a $20 sale with a 15% off coupon. Size medium, Rulu Space Dye Athleisure top. Some of the Lululemon is just extremely oversaturated. I had this on sale for 50% off. That means I've had it for at least 6 months. So glad to get rid of that. Next up was a Torrid top that sold for $9. I'm passing on basically all Torrid these days. I don't know. It'd have to be something really special. The sell-through rate is really bad, and it's just not selling that good for me anymore. Next up is a J. McLaughlin dress. Here's a good sale. This was new with tags. It sold for $65, which is excellent. Some of the J. McLaughlin styles can do really well. So it told me right here what the style or the name of the dress was. A navy blue sheath style dress, kind of a workwear type item. So that was a really good sale. Next up, we have an Eileen Fisher cardigan that sold for $20. This was a size medium silk crop sweater. I've had this for at least 6 months. So glad to see that go for 20 bucks. I sold an Eileen Fisher tank top in a size large. This was a purple linen tank top. So nothing too special, but linen is selling really well right now. So even in brands maybe that you don't normally sell, if it's linen, it might be worth looking up. Next up is a pair of closed jeans. I accepted an offer on these for $20. As you can see, I had them listed way higher. Yeah, I've had these probably then this means for like a year. I felt like I got them because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't care that this style sell-through rate is really bad or this brand sell-through rate is really bad. The style is really cute. I'm like, whatever, I'll still be able to sell them. No, that's when I need to like stop thinking about, well, I think I can do this and go by the actual data. Like the data shows me this brand does not sell good. Like, why did I think that I can sell it? So hopefully I can stop making those mistakes. Next up is an Eileen Fisher sweater. This sold for $28. I just listed this recently. It was a green merino wool cardigan sweater. It did have a little pull there, but I made sure I showed it in the pictures. And that was a nice, quick little sale. Next up were these Converse shoes. I've told you about these high top classic ones. They always sell fast. They sold for $25. White. I threw these in the wash. Men's size 13. And I think the black ones sold this week too. I sold this Catherine's top for $20. So I'm looking for the more colorful beaded ones in a size 3X or larger. This one was a 3X. So that was just a good little summer bread and butter sale. These Aloe yoga leggings or joggers already sold. They got returned to me and I sold them again for full price. So I'm happy about that. I do free returns. It did have the 15% off coupon. You guys can do whatever you want, but it does help you with your final value fees. It helps you to get to top rated plus. Right now I'm just regular top rated on eBay. So we'll see if I can get to top rated plus. Okay, J. McLaughlin shirt sold for $26.25. I don't know why they gave me an offer with 25 cents. This was a linen blend, green, kind of beachy type top. So that was very perfect for the season. Next up was an Eileen Fisher shirt that sold for $15. This was a size medium tencel. It did have kind of some discoloration there on the shoulder. Relaxed work top, so not the best item. This one, however, was way better. An Eileen Fisher jacket. This was a 1X, so the plus size in Eileen Fisher does really well. It was like their washable stretch crepe material and kind of a midline cardigan. So I was really happy to sell that for $50. I sold this Patagonia short sleeve top. This was a size small, green. It was the capeline, kind of like a I think cooling material, maybe not really a base layer because I guess it's not like tight fitting. That's what I feel like I would consider more base layer. Next up, a pair of Eileen Fisher pants that sold for $28. So lots of Eileen Fisher sales, but I have been able to source a lot of it recently at a place that I found to pick it up. So I'm not going to say anything else about that without giving it away. These were size petite medium. They were a black lyocell linen blend and they were a crop style. So that was a great sale. Next up was a Harley Davidson t-shirt. They sold for $10. For a short time there, I was selling them for around $20 and that quickly went away. I'm having a really hard time with Harley lately, so I am not picking it up much anymore. Next up was an IC by Connie K jacket. This has been one of my favorite brands to sell. This sold for $40. It's usually very artsy. This is what the tag looks like. And they always have a style number, but I never can actually find a style with it. So I don't even waste my time anymore looking up style numbers. Next up is a pair of Neo sandals. This is like a comfort type brand. These sold for $25. Red and orange, just basic slide sandals. Here is the Converse. The other ones I was telling you about, these ones sold for $25 as well. Black high top, classic Converse, men's size 13. I found them at the same time as they found those white ones. Next up was an Athleta top in a size 3X. I got this because I thought, oh, plus size Athleta. Doesn't matter, still sucks. Yellow, size 3X, polyester blend, short sleeve top. Have had that for, looks like it was 40% off, so maybe at least 6 months. Next up was a Faherty shirt. This is definitely a Bolo brand. Faherty, I love selling it. It is a size medium. This was called the Legend button-up top. It sold in a day for that $48, so really happy about that sale. Next up was a Johnny Was dress. I haven't gotten any more Veros or taken them down. What really sucks though is that I had listed a few bikini tops. They were in my drafts. They Veroed them in my drafts and I'm not able to look at the listings. Like I couldn't even click into them and I don't know where they are because I already had put them away in inventory. I've deleted all of my pictures and so they're just in my bin somewhere. 3 Johnny Was bikini tops. I'm like, oh, kill me now. Because I was trying to look at my drafts and see where they were so I could get them out and relist them and just maybe not list them as new. People said it's because people are listing Johnny Was as new with tags and that's what's getting them flagged, not stock photos or anything. So that's stressful. Anyway, I did sell this dress for $80, which is amazing. It's really pretty. This was called the Hazel dress, a floral embroidered, a very classic Johnny Was print. Next up were a pair of Loro Piana pants. These sold for $35.99. Loro Piana can definitely be a Bolo brand, but this was just a not... Wait, did I already show this to you guys last week? What day did that sell? May 23rd? Oh my gosh, yes I did. Wow, sorry. And I probably already showed you that Johnny Was dress too, didn't I? It sold on May 23rd. Yeah. Did I show you the Faherty top? Oh my gosh. Let's get out of eBay. I'm sorry. I'm kind of a mess right now. Okay, here we go with Depop. Looks like my weekly stats are up. So that's exciting. I had 9 items sold, $457 in the past 7 days. But some of these, I feel like that doesn't count. Wait. Yeah, I feel like that doesn't count if things get canceled or something. Because I know that I sold these Spring Step sandals and somebody messaged me and said that they wanted to cancel. Speaking of that, have you guys been getting a lot of cancellation requests? Because I have got like 4 this week. Sorry, my 2-year-old son purchased this. Sorry, I accidentally used the wrong card. Sorry, I accidentally purchased this overnight. Like, I don't believe you. Not even a little bit. So the Spring Step sandals, they asked me to cancel. The Bloomingdale sweater, it was an old listing that I sold and I forgot I didn't have. So let me get into the other ones. Yeah. Okay. Frank and Eileen skirt. This was a big bolo. This sold for $60. Frank and Eileen can do really well. Somebody else told me in a video that they thought that this hem was cut, like it wasn't supposed to be like this. And so they left it behind at the thrift store. I was like, but it is in fact supposed to be like that. So if you see that, please pick it up. $60 sale, sold really fast. That is exciting. Next up was a pair of Allegria clogs that sold for $29.80. These were brown floral patent leather in a women's size 11, so a nice larger size. And that is a good sale there on Allegria. Next up, we sold these. There's the Spring Step shoes. Olakai sandals. These sold for $20. Olakai, again, you saw the men's shoes that I sold earlier. These are the women's sandals. They were pretty warm. Again, I could have got more if they were in better condition, but that's okay. I'll still take a $20 sale on sandals anytime. Next up, we have a flax shirt. This sold for $23. Flax is like a linen type of, maybe a lag and look type brand. It had these really pretty buttons on there, and it always has some interesting little sayings. If you need a little ego boost, I guess you can check out the flax tags. Next up was a pair of boots. These sold for $35. They were a pair of Tony Lama boots. So some Tony Lama can sell better. These were just pretty basic though. And so I did accept that offer of $35 on those. Yeah, so that is fine with me. I think I paid $8 to $10. And then next up, I sold these pair of On Clouds. These sold for $40. They were in a women's size 6.5. I did clean them as best as I could, but there was still some marks. So I went ahead and just accepted that quick offer. They weren't like a super, super desirable style. So that was okay with me to sell those fast. That sold, I think, within a day. And are there any other ones? Oh, and then these Tory Burch sandals. Did I tell you about these last week? Sold for $97.80. If I did, pretend I didn't. This is the Miller sandal when it has this big logo up in the top. These are very popular. If you see these, get them, unless of course they're marked up way too much. My sold for almost $100 in like a couple days. So that is great. Okay, Mercari. First up, I sold a bundle on Mercari. So people can make bundles. She made a bundle and she sent me an offer of $120 and I accepted it. It was these 2 Wilson items. I don't know if you guys remember this from a recent video. So it was a tank top and skirt set and then a mini dress. I did use like tennis, pickleball, preppy in my keywords. So $120 for both of those together is amazing. I think I paid $20 all together for both things and they were new with tags. Next up were a pair of Madewell shorts that sold extremely quickly. These sold for $25. They were called the Curvy Perfect Jean Short in a size 30. Did I already say that? Sorry if I did. So a nice cutoff, kind of relaxed style. I sold these packed organic shorts for $20. This is right around about what packed is selling for me. So I just listed around $25. So I was happy with that. Next up was this Talbot's coat. This is probably my surprise listing of the week. Talbot's coat in a size 20, red wool mid-length, made in Italy. Pea coat. I listed it for $100. It sold for $100, and it sold in probably like a week. So I would say list everything all year round. You never know what stuff is going to sell for, when it's going to sell. I listed it kind of high with high hopes, and I guess it worked. Next up was this Missook cardigan. This was a green, size medium cardigan sweater. It did have a couple little snags or marks, so I listed it lower. So I was still happy with a $23 sale. And the last thing were these Lululemon shorts. This sold for $22.50. This was definitely an older style, but I still picked them up because they were cheap. Yeah, and so since Mercari is no fees, I did get that $22 into my bank account. So let's keep going, and we will end up here on the Poshmark sales. My Poshmark has been not like amazing good this week, but it's been very steady. So let me know how your Poshmark sales are going. Are you experiencing summer slowdown? First up were these BKE jeans. I was giving these to Ryan to try on. He either didn't want to try them on or he didn't like them. I can't remember what it was. So I just listed them really quick. They sold for $25. So a nice easy flip on that. Next up was a bundle, and actually I am missing the shorts. So I just messaged the buyer this morning. We'll see what she says. Eileen Fisher sweater in a women's size large. This was a red hemp organic cotton blend sweater. I've had this for a while, and there was a little hole there in the back. So $15 on that. I sold these American Eagle shorts in a size 16. These actually got offers on Depop as well, which I did accept, but they never paid. Shocking, right? These are the mom short in a bigger size, so that's great. $23. Probably here at the end of June, I'm going to stop picking up jean shorts because people are going to start thinking about back to school. So not very much longer. Next up are a pair of Keen shoes. These are a Mary Jane style. I just told another seller on Instagram recently, Mary Jane styles in lots of brands are selling really good right now. These were the Presidio 2, I guess that's how you say it, shoes. So a $30 sale on those. That's really good. Next up was an Alex Evenings dress. This was also a great sale. This is new with tags in a size 14. I did use a model picture. It had a little detail there on the side. Originally retailed for $215. So that's why if you watched my Thrift With Me video the other day, I picked up that Alex Evening set. It does retail for quite a bit. Next up was this new with tags Bowden dress. This was in a size 4. It was called the Emily dress. But comps showed that the new with tags ones were only selling around $35, and so that's what I listed it at, and that is what it sold for. Next up are these Nike men's shoes. That was another cancellation, but why does it still say sold? Because I canceled those. Maybe it doesn't show it right there. That was another, like, can you please cancel? I didn't mean to. I'm like, ugh. Okay, yes, I'll cancel. Okay, Eileen Fisher sweater in a size small. This sold for $10. It was pink. It was linen. I don't know why it didn't sell for more. I must have had it for a while if it's down to $10, but I literally don't care because I find Eileen Fisher all of the time. Next up are a pair of Judy Blue jeans. These were in a size 14. They sold for $31. The drawstring straight leg jeans. I just picked these up recently. I knew they would sell fast. Next up was another pair of Judy Blue jeans. These were in a size 29. These were a pair of high-rise skinny and classic dark wash. I actually just found 2 more pairs of those in a size 30 yesterday. So these ones sold for $25. I list almost all of my Judy Blue for $35. That seems to be a good starting price. So happy with that. Next up is a pair of Anthropologie pants in a size medium. These were a navy blue floral cargo lyocell jogger pants. The sell-through rate actually wasn't super good on these, but I decided to risk it with the cargo style. And it worked out, thankfully, but I wouldn't guarantee that every time. Next up was another Eileen Fisher. This was a sweater in a size women's, petite medium. It was black and white striped, and it was organic cotton. So the organic materials are definitely selling good right now, so happy with that. I had a bundle of 3 items of Mission Canyon, and actually I was missing that bottom top. I already sold it somewhere else, so she picked an Eileen Fisher cardigan to substitute for it. So 2 Mission Canyon items. I'm not going to click into each of those. But yeah, that was a good sale for $60 for 3. Next up was a cabbie top for $10. This came out of one of Ryan's bins. Size small, cut out at the chest. I mean, I looked up comps. I'm using Terapeak now a lot for my pricing, and that is just not worth much more than that. Next up is a pair of Athleta pants in a size 6. This is the Nolita joggers. They sold for $13. I don't know. I feel like these were cute, but they just didn't do that good. So goodbye to the Athleta pants. Next up were a pair of Crocs shoes. These were also from Ryan, size 7, brown tan, kind of like a ballet flat style. Comps on these were around $15. That's what I listed them at, and I sold them on an offer of $12. Next up were a pair of American Eagle jeans in a size 8 extra long. I bought these after I lost weight from a size 10. I wore them like twice, and then I went down to the next size, so I just sold them for $25. They were basically in like new condition, so I don't know. I don't pick up American Eagle jeans that much used. They just don't seem to do that good for me, but maybe I should think about it in the tall sizes. Next up are a pair of Zara shorts. These are new with tags in a size 2. They sold for $35, which was my full asking price. This really distressed, destroyed, like cutoff look in the front is very popular. So that's why I got those. That was a great sale. Next up, we have another pair of Judy blue jeans. These were in a size 26. They were skinny and they sold for $25. Most brands, skinny jeans in the smaller sizes don't do good, but for some reason, these ones still do. So I'm going to continue to pick them up. Next up, we have an Anthropologie Mauve top in a size large. It sold for $21. This was just a basic white cotton button-up top. So a nice classic item, nothing super special. After that, I sold this Lily Pulitzer dress in a size extra large. This sold for $30. It was navy blue with the ruffle sleeves. There's the tag. The style number is always right behind here. So there's Lily Pulitzer is so easy to look up, and I was happy to sell that. I think because it was a size extra large, it did sell quicker. Next up was this men's Vineyard Vines jacket. It was a navy blue flannel lined jacket. This sold for $20. I don't remember why I didn't choose to give this to my brother. I don't know, but I have had it for a while, so I was glad to sell that, a jacket, in the summer. I sold these Athleta pants in a size 4. These were the Midtown trouser, navy blue. Only sold for $12. It was definitely an older style. Here's what the tag looks like. So this older tag, if it does have like a tall after this or long, I'm still picking them up, but for the regular ones, I'm not. So that was, I don't know what you want to say about that. That was not great. But a lot of not great sales add up to some good ones, but that's not what I'm suggesting. It's just like, I don't know. I'm in a markdown area, or like phase. I'm in like this summer slowdown phase, and I'm just like, I'm selling things for cheaper. I have to buy things that sell for less money, like shorts and tank tops and things like that. Like these. These sold for $18. American Eagle size 6. High-rise distressed mom shorts. So again, a lower sale, but that's what's selling right now. So if I would have just refused to pick that kind of stuff up, I think I wouldn't be making as many sales. Here's a Burberry skirt that I sold for $6. Burberry London. I think I got this in a ThredUp designer box a really, really long time ago, and it had some holes in it. So yeah, that even though something is designer, that does not mean it's worth anything. Like, that was not that cute. It was old. It was like damaged. I was like, ugh. Next up was a bundle of 2 items for $55. So here is actually a Cole Haan sale, which was good. Maybe because they were sandals, leather, like a minimalist type style. And then the other item was a J. Crew sweater blazer, which if you watch my channel, you know that these are some of my absolute favorite things to sell. So that was a nice little bundle sale there. I don't know if I'm getting close to the end here. Let me check my next date. Next up was a Cacique swimsuit. I think this is a Lane Bryant, like plus size brand. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Cacique sold at Lane Bryant? So this was a new with tags 2-piece orange polka dot swimsuit. $55. Sorry, I didn't mean to show the lady's chest there. Okay, I just made a Mercari sale. $55. on that. So that's great. That was sold on the 24th, which is almost my cutoff. Do you guys want to see what I sold on Mercari? Oh, it's this Retrolicious dress that I actually just listed this morning. And it sold for my full asking price. This is like weird. Oh, for $32. Here we go. So I'll just show you that now. $32. So I will get that shipped out after this because I just put out my shipping. Okay, that's it. The Free People shorts. So that is it for this video. That's it for the sales. Let me know again how it's been going for you. I guess I can keep you updated on the garage sale, but I don't know if you guys really care. I'm doing garage sale, and then Saturday I'm going out with Grace again to help her source. Right now, I'm kind of just with her, next to her, helping her. And then I am told her to watch videos, but I feel like she hates that. But like we're watching videos together when we're listing. And she does have a better attitude about it now than she used to, because I think she knows, like, if I want to do this right, I need to listen to my mom, because my mom knows what she's doing and she wants to move out. So anyway, Saturday I'm sourcing. I'm going to some graduation parties for some kids that I coached. And Sunday, I don't know, maybe just a relaxing church day. So I will talk to you guys on Sunday. I think I'm just going to have a regular haul video. I know that the Thrift With Me videos have been kind of more popular, but it's kind of exhausting. I'll talk about it in Sunday's video. So I'm going to get off here, get some work done, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.